Hey, what's going on, Cowboys Nation, man? Thank y'all for tuning in. Couple days after, our shellacking, layeth the smacketh down on the Washington football team. Um, I'm a big Lil Wayne fan. Like the old school Lil Wayne, It was the era where just everything Lil Wayne touched was, the best song for months, for almost, that whole year. It's ain't a Lil Wayne, biopic or anything, but it's just some things that it was a verse that came into my mind when I'm watching our defense, and it's one man can guard me, two men can guard me. You looking like Jordan. I mean, you looking at Jordan. Sorry about that. You looking at Jordan. I mean, I'm real big on just I do edits, but I don't really want like a picture perfect take. I don't care. Like, this is more like a first take thing with me. Y'all seen it, like y'all be like, oh, I would took that out, or I would no. My stuff raw, man. But yeah, he one man can guard me, two men can guard me. You looking at Jordan. One man can guard me, two men can guard me. You looking at Parsons. And you could just put everybody. You could put Lawrence. You know what I mean? It's just like watching these dudes trying to block D-Law and Gregory and Micah, and you just can't do it. It's just like when KD was on the Warriors, man. Like you can't double three people. You can't double two people. So then when you do that, you have guys that like to hit open shots, like Draymond Green. Our Draymond Green would be like Osa or Neville or Basham. And it's crazy because, like, no matter what they're trying to do, the play they try to run, it comes down to the fact that it can be a 7-step drop for the quarterback, but in his mind, he only gonna get the 5.5, or it could be a 5-step drop. He only gonna get the 3, and if it's a 3-step drop, it's a pick six like D-Law. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's to the point, man, where that pressure, man, it's some things in life that are guaranteed, like death, taxes, and pressure burst pipes, man. It is what it is, man. When you apply so much pressure, and the force can't hold up and contain the pressure that's being applied, man, you get pick sixes, man. You get pick sixes. You get linebackers getting sacks, defensive ends getting sacks. You get split sacks. You get picks because the wide receiver didn't even fully run his route, but the quarterback don't got time. The quarterback don't got time, man, and this is remarkable to see, man. And another thing I want to touch on real quick is basically like the NFL. It was a time where it's still a time where they consider the NFL for not for long, or what have you done for me lately league. And I think our fan base is the exact definition of that. And it's crazy how much Dak is being loved this week after what we really didn't need to see. We didn't need him to go out and put up these numbers on Washington. They would have felt better if it was against the Chiefs or certain better teams. You know what I mean? But I think the overall aspect is that you would want your offense to play better, because it hasn't in the last couple of weeks. And I was a big pioneer with this. They were holding stuff as far as holding back plays, and Kellen Moore was giving out the Snickle Fritz, and he wasn't, really calling his best game. And now we seen what will make us feel better, or what makes certain fans feel better, because to me, it was good to see a 56 point offensive Even though all the points didn't come offensively, but it was good to see that type of game. But I still love Dak, man. Like, Dak can go throw 2 picks against the. I'm not saying he would, but you know what I mean. Like, a lot of these fans aren't based off loyalty, and I think this is deeper than football. I think this loyalty as a whole, it isn't what it used to be, man. You know what I mean? It's like, this week they love Dak, next week they don't, last week they, you know what I mean? It's just like it flip flops, and I think it's more of the aspect that a lot of our fans are paying notion to, like the Stephen A. Smith and Atcho and these Orlowski, these Skip and Shannon. Like, the thing is that, like, we're doing exactly what they want us to do. They know we're passionate, and they know it's either 2 things are going to happen. They're either going to get this out to Cowboy fans, or they're going to get out to the Cowboy haters. And passion on both sides will be well enthused. Whether you hate us or love us, you know what I mean, it's still going to get the same amount of traction. And I think that's what makes them talk about us consistently. You know what I mean? To the point where I guarantee this is why a lot of these YouTube podcasters and content creators started their own path. It's because they didn't like what was going on in the media. Because we can't control the media, but we can also look at the real and how we feel. And this is stuff that doesn't even grace the newspapers and the articles and the TV time, press time. You know what I mean? They say what they want to say, and that's just to fuel up. And this has been going on for years. I mean, it's still people that don't know about YouTube content creators because ESPN, you know what I mean? ESPN is who they are. You know what I mean? They're a big entity. So this isn't to knock ESPN. They're doing their job, because if you can talk about a team and say anything that you want to say and gain clicks and gain success, this is running your business. This is making you money, so it's going to keep happening. But the thing is, now it's like with a lot of people aren't cable. A lot of people don't have cable like they used to, man. And YouTube is basically taking over the entertainment aspect, and that's when you get a lot of people coming over to YouTube and seeing what's going on. Because even me, as much as I love the Cowboys, I haven't seen, like, the first YouTube video I seen was shout out to Okoye Media. He dropped the Dez Bryant Ain't Guilty, and that was the first one I seen. So imagine, you know, how many videos I missed and how long it's been, how much videos were put out before that moment. And that was the first time I ever even seen a content creator on YouTube. And then I ran into Law and then Vach, and now my homie Sky's doing this thing. And it's just a great environment. And it's crazy because, like, it seems like other fans of other teams are tuning in to these Cowboy streamers, man. You know, I don't stream. I haven't posted like a stream. I'm gonna start doing all that. A lot of this is just time, you know what I mean? Like, with just me, is just the time and the availability isn't what it used to be. So I can't, you know, produce certain things. But you'll see it every now and then when you'll go on my homie Sky's his stream. He'll have like fans of other teams, and even Vach and Law and Okoye and it's a couple others, Foots, Big Game James. It's just a lot of people, man, that you know, take their time out to give this nation the real. Because when you see what's going on with the ESPN thing and Fox Sports Net and all this stuff, and you see what they're saying, this is how a lot of us was raised. We were in that phase for years. You know what I mean? So now it's taking us time to get out of that and then adapt to what's really going on in the world of Cowboy fandom. And some of us still can't leave that that emotional phase with the Stephen A's and what they say, and Acho and Orlowski. Some of us are still in that phase to where they can hear what's really real with some wise opinion as far as the Cowboys podcasters or content creators, and they'll argue with their own kind, and that's the friction that you see now with Cowboys Nation, man, where Stephen A. Smith was actually right. There are Cowboy fans he can't stand, I can't stand, some of us can't stand, and that's like the majority of Cowboys Nation, man. And it's crazy because like I used to take it personal when he would say he can't stand Cowboy fans, but then when you start to see the switch of the loyalty, and everybody gets fired after this game or cut this player, and if it was up to these guys, man, every week we'll be making roster decisions, man. We'll be cutting D-Law and then cutting Gregory, and we shouldn't have drafted Micah, and we shouldn't have got Trayvon. We should have got this other player. It's crazy. We shouldn't have got Dak. We should have kept Romo. It's crazy, man. And it's like, I think now everything, to sum it all up, man, everything's coming together, man. I think this is our time, man. Our defense is playing the best I've ever seen. Like, I have never seen a defense play like this as far as Cowboys, man. To my memory, like, yeah, I was alive during some of these eras where, you know, they had a good defense, but to my knowledge, man, since I've been watching football consistently, which has been like right before the Bill Parcells era, was it Dave Campo and all that. Like, there was a time, man, we were going 5-11 3 years in a row, and I remember that time. I was watching football, man. Like, this is like the Troy Hambrick era, and you know, I remember these games, man, and the time and the way I was feeling. And it's like, from that moment to now, this is the best team that has been on my TV screen, man. And I just want to, you know, acknowledge the fact that I'm not an unloyal fan, man. Like, I'm not an unloyal friend. And some of us just have these characteristics that we carry in real life, and it like trickles over to our favorite team, man. I think, and some of us, we keeping receipts, man. Like, we seeing a lot of y'all jump ship and trying to come back, and when you come back, you ain't got the same seat. You may not even have a seat. You know, some people that be on the subway and they holding on to the pole, they can't sit down. You know what I mean? Thank y'all for tuning in, man. God bless.